So now let's talk about being grounded and better balance control for the one-footed spin, all right? So leaders, as you may have heard from me before, what you want to do is make sure that as you bring your partner in, you are creating a larger prep than normally, because otherwise that would lead a basic Dallas side pass. So we have a 1, 2, and a bigger lead for our 3. This is going to set her up for her prep position.
And so speaking of prep position for the dreaded 1-foot spin, or the most exciting move ever, there's a couple things that are super important on my end that my partner really can't control without me knowing about them. So the first thing is I'm going to set myself up when I feel this big prep happening. I'm going to make sure I take a big enough step that I'm pretty much on his right side. A lot of times this happens to us when we're first starting this move, where we just don't take a big enough step to prep. So I'm going in very slow. I'm focused on where I'm ending up in the prep, assuming he's leading this. Good. And then I'm taking a lot more time on my right foot than what most people are going to do when they first learn this pattern. I think the first thing that followers usually think of, I know I did when I first started this, was like, oh my gosh, I have to turn, I gotta do everything, I gotta look super cool all the time. So instead, I'm gonna focus more on the preparation, being on my right foot, and then he can catch my turn at the right moment. What's really cool about that is that there's a sweet spot, I think maybe you'd agree, that when you can feel my momentum coming around from my left foot, he can catch onto that right there. It's kind of hard to do slowly and talk at the same time, but it really allows a lot more balance than you knew you had, probably.
And it's much better than the leader trying to crank the follower right away.
Exactly.
And this shows her preparation, not only in the prep of the step, but in her body control. And then she's saying, I'm grounded, now let's do this, dude. Let's do this.
Absolutely. And if you take one of those, the grip the floor exercise, this is a really, really good one, because when I first started learning this, as soon as I started falling out of turns, or I didn't quite have the balance down, whatever the scenario, I started giving up. And that's definitely not what you want. So if you have to slow down to grip the floor, that's fine. But I can really fight through it if I have to grip the floor, and then maybe have like a slower exit rather than give up and fall out. So that would be my tip for preparation is key when you're doing a one-footed spin.